Further, we can say, similar to what it's brought in Zohar Parshas Chayei Dav Kuv Chav Gimel Suf Amud Aleph Al Pasuk Vayisharna Paros Baderech. And the verse that the cows sang during their way when they were traveling to bring back the Aron. My Vayisharna. What does it mean that they sang Dav Amri Shir Techadata? That they sang a new song. My Shira Amru. And what song did they sing? Mizmor Shiru Hashem Shir Chadash Kiniflos Asachulu. Sing to Hashem a new song because He did wonders. And if you want to say that they sang song on their own, the Shirta da hachihu vadai. Certainly that is so. The Raza Ilahu, that it is a supernal secret. But they had the Aron upon them. And since the Aron was placed upon them, so it placed them above. So they sang, and they were not silent from song. The Hakiv and the Isnatil Minayhu Arona. As soon as the Aron was taken from them, they sang. They would make noises. They would moo just like the other cows. The Alma, the Kashar Paros Dalma, Vlo Amru Shirta Vadai Arona Dal Gabayu Avilon Zamra. And they didn't sing song, so certainly it was the Aron that was on them that caused them to sing. They caused them to make music. And in Zohar Truma, it explains that it is similar to how it is above. When the Chayus HaKodesh, the angels, compared to animals, lift up the throne, to lift it up above. They say this praise. And this praise, when they take the Aron, when they took the Aron, they would praise this when they took the Aron to Beis Shemesh and so forth. Ayin Sham, look over there. So it compares the cows singing to the Malachim, lifting the throne of glory. And the concept is that the supernal animals, the Malachim, that lift up the throne, they're also lifted by the throne, that the throne lifts them up, and therefore also below the animals that were lifting up the Aron were lifted by it as well to a higher level, and they sang song. That the Malachim, the animals, they lift up and are lifted up by with the throne. That the one who rides on the throne lifts up the one who lifts him up. And that's the concept of the Adam Alakise, this concept of Shema, which is the concept of wisdom, the strength of what? Or the concept of nullification. End quote. And therefore, so to the Aron that had the luchos in it, which is the Aron, that's Malchus of Atzilus. Therefore, it was resting. Malchus of Atzilus went down into the Holy of Holies of the world of Bria. It's the Shekhinah that dwelled in the Holy of Holies of the world of Bria. And in the Aron were the luchos, and the Torah is the concept of Zeranpin. Dugmas dumus akise dumus kamari adam. And so that's similar to the idea of the concept of man. That's compared that on the throne is this concept of man. So you have inside the Aron, in the Kodesh Kodashim, you have Zeir Anpin. So you have Malchus of Atzilus going into the Kodesh Kodashim, which is usually the Mochin, the concept of Chachma Bina Das. And inside of the Aron is the Luchos, and the Torah, and the Sefer Torah is Zeir Anpin. So inside of the Aron is Zeir Anpin, and that's the concept of Adam that we're talking about here. And that's in the Aron. So I guess if you lift up the Aron, you're lifting up the Sefer Torah. I guess that you lift up the level that's closest to you. So Malchus is not going to be lifting up from the level of the Malchus of Atzilus. It's going to be lifting up from what's closest to it, from Zeir Anpin. So that's how it lifts up the Aron, and therefore it's the Adam Alakise that affects them. Ein Zohar Bereshis Daf Lamed Gimel Sof Amud Beis Al Pasakini Aron Habris Reish Parshas Noach Daf Notes Amud Beis Al Kain Kishenos Noach Aron Al Galos Ve'Aparos. Therefore, when they placed the Aron on the wagons and the cows, Aleo Sama Aron and Shiuch Lo Mashira. Therefore, it elevated the cows until they could sing. Dugmas Shakisi Nosi Nosav Chulu, similar to the idea that the Kisei lifts up those who lift it up, so that the Aron is bedugma to the Kisei HaKavod. V'ayim b'biurei Zohar Parshas Chaye al Mamar Hanal Mizmor Shir L'Hashem Shir Chadash. And look what's brought in Chassidus and the Biurei Zohar in this passage, that it says, sing to Hashem a new song, Shizer Gamkin Inyan Hayam Umid Al Yud Beis Bakar, that this is also the idea of the sea that stands upon the 12 cattle Hayam, who Malchus to Atzilus, that the Yam again is the concept of Malchus of Atzilus, Shali Diashira Shom Meres, that through the song that it sings, Al Derech L'Mayim Zemer Chavod, through the idea of that, in order so that the Kavod will sing to you, that the Kavod Tachton of Malchus, that through this, the 12 cattle underneath the sea, that's the concept of the Merkav Tata, Dalet Machnos Shechina, the 4 camps of the Shechina, because you have 4 cattle on each side. Olim Bashir Memela Melehem, they go up in song automatically and by themselves. V'lo atzmim klal, and not on their own at all. Rather, it's because they're lifting up the concept of Malchus. But rather, it's like the pasuk in Shir Hashirim: draw me after you, and I will run after you. When this one goes up, all of them go up after her. Like it says, draw me and I will run after you, and so forth. And look what's brought in the Siddur on Shabbos and Brachos concerning sing to Hashem a new song, Shiur Mamar the Parshas Truma Daf Kuf Lamed Ches Hanal, that explains that Mamar and Parshas Truma Kumush Koacha Aron Valuchos Helu Kolkach Esa Paros, and just like the strength of the Aron and the Luchos lifted up the cows, Shiuch Lo Mashira B'Pol Mamash, that they could actually sing song in actuality, Shamru Mizmor Shir L'Hashem Shir Chadash, that they sang the Mizmor of sing to Hashem a new song. So you can understand in our idea here, that the speech of man, which is the idea of in our image and our likeness, when he sanctifies the animal, so he says this animal is an ola, he elevates the animal. So again, you have a concept of Adam elevating the bakar, elevating the animal. So the animal is elevated through with man's speech below, sanctifying it for a korban. he draws down the supernal speech, again the concept of Malchus of Atzilus, or Makif, an encompassing light, that when you speak, you create Nur Makif. And through this, the animal is elevated from above the good and the bad of the Klippas Noga. Find Masha Kosu B'dibon HaMaschil B'Chodesh HaShlishi B'Perish Vaydaber Elokim Es Kol HaDvarim HaEla. And look what's brought in the Mamar in the third month, and that Hashem spoke all of these things to say, Shu B'chinas Vasim Dvarai B'Ficha Dvarai Mamish B'Ficha. What does it say? To say that we should say it, that the Seras Adibros, it's not being said to anybody, but it's rather Moshe wasn't going to give it over to us because Hashem was saying it himself. So rather, Lamor is that we should say it, that Hashem is placing His words in our mouth. There was the word Merkavatu, the Malchus, Dibur Elyon, that through this we can be elevated to from our boundaries and confinements. It's the idea of the first Mamar of the Seras Dibros, one of the first Dibur of the Seras Dibros, that I took you out of Mitzrayim, that specifically through the speech of the words of Torah. And look what's brought on the Mamar of all of your sons, and explaining, and great peace to your sons. Nasa Shalom, that through the Rav, through either the rabbi or the greatness, you have peace through the words of Torah. Because specifically with wisdom of Torah, you can elevate and purify. And look in the Mamar about how Hashem is exalted on high, Binyan Rav Yehuda Kulu Tanoi Ben Ezekin, how Rav Yehuda, all his studies were in Ezekin. That he is through separating the klippos of what's good and what's bad, through the Mishnah, that's the king or the queen. And look over there. So again, it's a concept of with speaking, you can elevate, you can purify with your speech, with Chachma, Tata, the Malkasa. I guess specifically Torah Shabbal Peh, or even Halacha Gamish Lahir, in Haktesh Bepet Chila, Dugma Mamash Kos V'Kol Mitzvos Mivarach Alehen. We can awaken to the idea of sanctifying with your mouth. First, that it's similar to what it says by all the mitzvos, Mivarach Alehen, all the mitzvos Mivarach Alehen. Over Lasiyasim, before you do them. Why do you say a bracha before you do it? Because the speech has an effect as well, and it draws an encompassing light downwards, to have the elevation from below and the Mamar of these are the journeys, the third Jewish Perek Beis, the Ein Sham Kitzer. And the Kitzer is that through this, that the person sanctifies an animal, it's elevated from its physicality. Iskafia, it bends it controls. It's the concept of controlling oneself. So it subjugates the animal to be elevated. Like when you spoke, to say that from the supernal speech of Malchus of Atzilos, it creates the Keser Chachma Bina of the world of Bria. That's the explanation of Kasher Dibarta Lemor. Anosid Avon, and we talked about the concept of lifting up iniquity. So do I will place my words in your mouth, and this causes the makif to come down, that I will cover you with my shadow. at the shadow of my hand. Paros, and we talked about the idea of how the cows sang Al Yidei Shahaya Aron Habris Aleim through the idea that the Aron was on them. Simaki, just like the idea of how the angels, the Chayos, are elevated with the throne, by the throne. We talked about the idea of draw me and I will run after you. Vaydaber Elokim Chulu Lemor, and Elokim spoke to say Mitzrayim, and through this you have the idea of that I took you out of Mitzrayim. Gam Dugmas Abracha Ala Mitzvah over Lasiyasin, similar to the idea also. So the meaning of Mitzrayim in the Asar Dibros, that Lemor, that through speaking the words of Torah, that's when you get the first dibur of Anochi Hashem Elokecha Asher Tzisicha Meretz Mitzrayim, that I took you out of Mitzrayim, to the words of Torah. Gam Dugmas Abracha La Mitzvah over Lasiyasin, also the idea of the blessing upon the mitzvah before you do it, that this draws down, the speech again draws down a nor makif, an encompassing light.